Hi all, this is just a quick tip to show you how to hide the seam we create every time we start a new round. This pattern is worked up in rounds, and we are simply hiding the chain 2 that we begin each round with under the puff stitch from the round before. I'll show you how. Okay, so here we are in round 3. So we've worked the 6 puff stitch in the round we created in the first round. Round 2 is 6 puff stitches in the circle we just created, and now we're going to start working round 3. So that all the rounds start the same way, chain 2, and then we are going to create the puff stitch in the space directly under the chain 2 we just created. This will allow us to start sneaking in the seam under the puff stitch. So here we are working 1, 2, 1, 3, and then we move on, chain 1, and in this round it's the 2 DCs on top of the puff from the prior round. I will work this around and I'll show you again how it looks in the next when we start round 4. Okay, here we are at the end of round 3. So there's the first puff stitch in the round. I went all the way around according to the pattern, and I'm going to close that 2 puff stitch repeat. And the way I work this is there's the chain 2 we're trying to hide. So I'm going to go in front of that this time. Work the puff. So 1, 2, 3, and then chain 2, and then I'm going to join at the top of the original puff stitch, which is right there. Okay, so there's that chain 2 we're always trying to hide, and you can't really see it from the round before. It nearly becomes invisible. So one more time to hide it, we are going to start this round and every round the same way. So chain 2, and then you're doing the puff stitch immediately under in that gap to the left of the prior round, chain 2. So 1, 2, 1, 3, pull it through, chain 1. Okay, so all rounds start the exact same way, and you'll start to hide that seam completely.